it's interesting, bro, because you played professional football. You were a professional boxer, man. Just kind of talk about what it takes to become a professional. We're talking about the highest of the highest at your sport. Kind of talk about that. Start with you.
Man, it take hard work and dedication to get there. That boxing grind is a whole different grind, man. I remember working out 2-3 times a day. You know, cause you in there by yourself. You don't have anybody to lean on. You don't have your teammates to lean on. When you're doing bad, you don't have nobody to pick you up. It's all on you. You can listen to your coach's direction in the corner, but it's all on you to go out there and make it happen. But man, I was dedicated to it, man, and it was kind of therapy for me. So having that therapy for me in the boxing ring and the training is how I made it through. Even now to this day, I still have that same mentality when I'm working out myself or I'm working on my clients. I still have that same grind. But getting there, man, it's rough, man. And I learned a lot from, watching my peers, watching how Lil Ronnie, I spoke about him before, watching how he grinded and how he really put the work in. And even watching y'all as y'all was young, man. I remember y'all having games, and after the game, y'all practicing after the game. Or after practice, y'all on the hills or whatever it may be. And I feel like, too, you got to have a strong support system, too, to make it to that level, because I'm telling you, man, like, watching your mom and your dad really helped me to understand what it means to have a family and set those standards and set that grind up into your children. Watching them, man, I remember, y'all having to come home and you got to go straight to the library, study or whatever it may be. So, man, I remember that. And like I said, if you coming over there after school, oh yeah, come on.
Yeah,
you got to go in there too.
First.
You got to do that homework too.
That homework getting done first. Like, we're gonna go outside and we're gonna do whatever, but it be bro. Like it be people outside at our crib, like and we in the house looking out the window.
Outside,
come on,
you better get it done.
That, bro.
Yeah, damn, that's
that
crazy.
shit standing right by the door. Shit, take them all drinks and stuff too. Like like they'll be outside as soon as they finish. We looking at her like, man, come on.
That's why your mama mess with me or something. She gotta know how my mama was.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Wait, that's why I felt like I'm talking to my mama.
Bro, I'm telling you, the very first time
I met her, I'm like,
I remember,
can
bro.
tell she don't play. Like that's exactly how my mama was.
Play, you know what I mean? But she installed that in us too,
she
man.
And did, bro.
Even so my mom still teaches to this day, elementary school, and it's just like even the kids that she run across now, like dog, there's so many people that come to me, like they grown and all this other stuff, and it's just like, yo, like you don't understand like how big of an influence your mom was, your dad was, your parents was in our lives, and I'm like, dang, like it get me to thinking, like for real, bro, like, cause I see it every single day, so sometimes you know what I mean. Sometimes you may take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? But when you hear other people saying it and just like the successes they have going on in their life right now and the things that they've been able to accomplish and the things that they remember, it's just like, dog, like, man, we was being taught this every single day.
Every day.
So
shout out Miss Cookie and Furl, man.
Man, definitely, man. Shout them out.
Shout them out.
Sure.
Got to.
So you
heck of a
take
job.
Shoot, I mean, and I appreciate it's still professional level, but mine was a step under that, so I ain't even never get to crack the league. But arena was really just me getting football out of me, bro. Like coming out of college, at my pro day, I pulled my darn growing running the 40. So it's like after that, I think go back like what you said, take. Like he said, it's definitely the hard work and dedication, but I'm gonna add a third piece to that, and it's your network, bro. Like who you know, like. And as we go on, I touch on that, like, who you know will take you further than what you can know. So, like, through talking, like, my best friend, Keenan, that's Cam's little brother. So, like, after I had got hurt, I was fortunate enough to, Cam reached out, man, work with my trainer, he'll get you right. And meeting Kev, shout out to Kev.
Shout out Kev.
He got my growing right, and he had played arena back in the day. I never even knew what arena football was, but, like, you ain't really hear too much about it. He's like, man, you want to play, I can get you set up. Got me right, started teaching me the different techniques from a DB standpoint. And now, you got motion, man. You got different type of stuff to do. So, like,
different size field,
so he taught me that. Went up there, killed the tryout, and had, like, a hell of a good season. So, for me, it was more so just getting football out. When I left college, I'm like, damn, thought I was going to go here, but this ain't work out. But I don't feel like I want to be done playing football. So, let me go ahead and get this out. But the end goal is always you want to make it to leave when you don't. Because coming from where we come from, it's like, all right, I only seen 2 type of people just getting money, and especially where I'm at. If you
it.
ain't in the military in VA, you pushing weight. If you ain't pushing weight, you done made it to the league, and there weren't a lot of people. So it's like, all right, what's next out here?
Yeah.
So like, and again, as we go further, I ain't learned that until I got here. So for real, for me, it was just like I needed to get that. Let me get this out to say, all right, I played football at the next level.
Yeah, that's interesting, bro. Like at the end of the day, bro, all of us, we grew up in a community in a sense to whereas we like the nice cars, we like the nice clothes, the hip hop culture, like all of that stuff, but that's us. You know what I mean? So like, we want to be surrounded by that.
Yeah.
And the people we look up to by growing up, come on, man, they had all that. Like they had the jewels, they had the cars, they had the, you know what I mean, the attention, all this other stuff. And it's just like, not in an arrogant way, but it's just like, dog, I want to be like him. Like, our mics was different. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't have Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Like, dog, you had cats coming out your backyard that's legendary. You know what I mean? We had some legendary people too coming out of Denver, but it's just like the people that we looked up to, boy, it wasn't Michael Jordan, bro. They weren't all clean cut dudes, but at the same time, it's just like, dog, I want what they got. How can I get it? Sports, pushing weight, military. You said it, bro. But that brings me to my point, Tay. 757, 7 cities. Tidewater, Virginia. Anybody who don't know, the 757 is Tidewater, Virginia. Now, it's a lot of discrepancy as where the best athletes of Virginia come from. Some say the 75, most say Danville, Virginia.
Ain't no most say.
You feel what I'm saying? But
ain't no most say.
So the 75, bro, it's a breeding ground for athletes, and not just football players, all athletes. Like arguably
the household
best
names.
Household names, though. Arguably the best basketball player pound for pound. Shout out Bubba Chuck, Allen Iverson. You know what I mean? Arguably the best quarterback to, you know what I mean, grace his field. Some could say that, right? Shout out Vic. You know what I mean? Arguably one of the best music producers of all time. You know, and we got 2 of the best music producers of all time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Timberland, shout out Pharrell. And arguably some of the most notorious cats that got money. You know what I mean? And we don't got to shout them out, but we all know what time it is. So just talk about it, bro. Like, what is it like coming from the 757? Like, knowing that you guys have had all this success in the past, and like it's damn near a standard that y'all got to hold. You know what I mean?
They say it, like, you hear it, it's something in the water. When people say something in the water, like, you really stand by that. And it's like, it ain't no arrogance or cockiness. It's just really, I tell people, who we are. It's who you are as a person. So, like, coming up in an environment, you know, I'm from Ingleside. So at the time, Ingleside, the island, you look outside and you see 20, 30 people in white tees on the corner, and like they getting money. It's unified. It's just fun. We outside as kids. Like my elementary school, we could walk to school, bro. Walking. So you seeing stuff. You walking 30 deep at a young age. So again, like you said, the role models it just looked a little different. Then as you get older, AI, Vic, again, these are people that look like us that made it through sports. So it's still, they kept the swag, they kept the same people around. So it's like, and it was a sense of toughness, but like, and then, like I be hearing people say in my mouth, the shit talking. That's just what we was used to. That brought out the competition. So it's like, it ain't nothing disrespectful. I think that's just how we made each other better. Like, you can be at practice, you can be outside, you can be whatever, be about to come to blows with your dog. Just cause of, man, I'm trying to make you better. But then when we go somewhere and there's somebody on the outside, oh no, you ain't nothing coming in between this. So it's like, that's how it was. And even outside of just what you saying, like far as what we seeing, that's how my household was. Like my granddaddy instilled that in me early. So like I come from a tough love family. So even now as I get older, got a daughter and stuff, you know, I gotta work on some things for myself because I know my upbringing was a little different than the average person. And anybody that know me, like, boy, people that came to my house, it ain't no facade. Like, if you knew my granddaddy, you like, oh, no, he ain't playing. If you knew my daddy, like, he ain't playing like this is really how he came up. So, it's like, but on the flip, you see my grandma, sweet as can be, going to church. So, I kind of had the best of both worlds, so.
Nah, that's a fact, bro. I watched a whole lot of film growing up and still do, you know what I mean? And all positions, too. I don't just watch the position I play. And, dog, one of the best persons I've ever seen on the football field on any level, Percy Harvin, dog. One of the absolute best. Bro. Like, There's not too many people who got to take. I don't care, high school, college, professional. Ain't too many people that got to take this.
I just told him yesterday in high school, and we can't make this up. Military Circle Mall in Norfolk, bro. On Fridays, if you went to the mall and you in middle school, high school, and you trying to ask girls what they doing, going to the movies, want to go skate and do whatever. No, I'm going to watch Percy play. Like, he was that much of a, like, girls would be in there with the number 11 on.
In high school.
I lie to you not, bro. I'm like he had it, bro. Like, anytime he touched the ball, the crowd got to stand up because it's a 90% chance he might score.
Yeah.
Now, he was like that, though. Like you said, it's a lot of people that it's like, okay, you got the Floridas, the Texases, whatever. But I tell people, when you say Virginia, any name you really say, like, they did it on a level as such to where, okay, y'all might have more, but the effect, like you said, you got Vic, AI, Alonzo Mourning, Percy Harvin, Lawrence Taylor,
Ronald Curry.
Shout
out my pops.
Like,
you know what I mean?
You got Darren Sharp. It's a lot
of
of people you can name from Virginia that just the impact, it was just like, you can't discredit this state when it comes to sports.
Bruce Smith, come on, we can keep
he
going,
went to school with
bro.
my mama, Booker T.
Like, his son was our roommate.
Sweet Pea.
Come on,
like,
we gonna get into it.
It's like, you can't discredit it, bro. Like, this shit it's crazy.
We gonna get into it. E, with you, bro. You know, we come from Danville, Virginia, bro. Definitely doesn't get the same hype that the 7 cities get, but it's still one of those unique places. You know what I mean? We still definitely included in the Virginia, and we never allow ourselves to get taken out of any conversations when it comes to athletes or any type of people we produce. Like, we think we got get money people the same way they do. We think we got athletes the same way they do. Kind of talk about how it is, man, and the struggles and the benefits of coming from a small city and making it out of that.
If you ain't never been to Danville, man, it's real small, man. Real small city. We don't get the same, like you said, we don't get the same attention as everybody else.
Yeah.
So to make it up out of there, man, you gotta really be on top of your game to make it out of Danville, Virginia, man. It's home, man. It's always gonna be home. But coming up, man, we seen the same things, like, guys that was getting money, man, and you wanted to be just like them. And then, growing up with my brothers and seeing what they was doing, and I wanted to be just like them. But making it out of there, man, like I said, you really got to be on top of your game, man. You got to really put in the work to be able to make it out of Danville, Virginia. It's that small. We don't get the scouts and all that to come and see. Your name really got to be out there for a scout to come to the football game to watch you, or a basketball game to watch you. But, man, we done had some talent, man. We done had some talent come out of Danville, Virginia.
Absolutely.
Like, multiple people come out of Danville, Virginia. So, man, big shout out to the 4, man.